All right, Alex, the summer is coming to an end.
September. I keep hearing about it. People say we're going to get this nice pop.
Yeah, there's a lot of anticipation. Are the interest rates? What's going to happen?
We have an expert on later who's going to talk a little bit about that.
It is August 20th. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate in Marin with Dana Williams, the place you need to be if you're looking to buy or sell real estate in Marin. Alex, let's get into some stats.
Awesome, Dana. Last 7 days, single family residences. Mill Valley saw 6 new listings, 4 sales. Marin saw 52 new listings, 22 sales. These numbers are on a noticeable uptrend over the last couple of weeks, kind of leading into that September point we've been hearing about, right?
Yeah. We looked at last episode, summer doldrums. We're kind of moving towards the end of the summer. It just shows that there was definitely some more transactions, more action happening in August than there was in July, and I believe like pending and contingent.
Huge numbers. So we had 22 sold in Marin, right? But we had 27 pending and 11 contingent. This is far and above what we saw last month. So this activity looks like maybe it's really starting to pick up.
Yeah. And again, in all of Marin as well, we'll look at active listings in the high 300s now.
Yeah, all the way up until about 2 weeks ago, it's been on a downtrend, and it bottomed out about, I think, 345.
Yep.
These last 2 weeks, though, we've seen it start to creep back up. We're sitting in the mid 370s. So it's interesting because we are seeing a pop in those sold listings, but we're also seeing more houses, single family residences sitting live active on the market.
Yeah, and looking ahead, predictions, next episode, when we do this in September, I'm going to predict that we're probably in the 450, 460 range. There's, I believe a lot of homes that didn't sell in the spring market, summer, are going to be coming back on the market. Again, it's the second busiest time of the season. We'll see more coming on. On the trend of activity in the market, let's pivot to a recent sale.
26 Marie Street. This is in Sausalito. Okay, this came on the market just under.
Didn't come on the market.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Okay, good point, in fact.
Yeah.
Off-market listing, just under 1 million, okay? Wasn't staged, had some disclosures, mentioned asbestos, needed some electrical work. There was a little stuff to be done. Great views.
Yep.
I remember when we were even looking at it, people were coming out of the woodworks to look at it. We had people parked next to us. Someone was on the back of the lot.
Yeah.
How did those offers go?
Yeah, we had a client that was interested. It kind of fit their bill, looking for an opportunity. I mean, priced at $995. Again, that's the highest. The amount of buyers are the strongest in that range. And again, this showed a fair amount of value. Needed work, but definitely attracted attention. They ended up getting 8 offers.
8 offers.
Pretty sure it's going to be probably at least 30%, close to 30%, or if not a little bit more over ask price.
One big thing I think on a lot of buyers and sellers' minds then are interest rates.
We actually, for this episode, reached out to Senior Vice President of Mortgage Lending with Origin Point, Fifth Ghobadian, to get a sense of what she's currently seeing in the market, what are the predictions that she's anticipating.
So this is a big week. Friday we're going to get the minutes from the Fed symposium in Jackson Hole. We're 85% expecting a rate cut by 0.25%, which is what's built into the rates right now. The rates are great. We're locking 30-year fixed loans at 6.375, 6.5, and the adjustables at 5.875 and 5.75. So that's already built in. The expectation is 2 more rate cuts that we don't know the percentage and likelihood until the Fed minutes come this Friday. But we expect 2 more in 2025. Meanwhile, after Labor Day, the Treasury Secretary is interviewing 11 new Fed chairs. All are super aggressive, very focused on doing rate cuts. And those people, whoever gets selected, is going to go into office May 2026, will basically pull out the current Fed chair, Jerome Powell, who is a little more conservative, a little more hawkish. And so with that expectation is we should see a big dip in rates in 2026.
You said 85% is what the market's pricing in for that rate cut here. I know before it was like 90, it was in the 90s, right? Is this, the jobs data came in and they revised it, and then Trump fired the person doing the BLS, right? Do you think,
yes.
do you really, Do you personally really think we're going to get 3 cuts? Because what didn't the PCI come in? Yeah, okay.
I don't think we're going to get 3 rate cuts. I'm saying that's kind of the chatter out there.
Right.
I think we're for sure going to get 1. I mean, we potentially can get another. There's a lot of pressure. I don't know if we're going to get 3, but we're certainly in a very different conversation than what was originally had, which was no rate cuts at all.
Great. What about the 2-1 buy down? You seeing any more of that?
Not as much. I'm seeing a little bit of a shift. I think sellers are getting a little more activity than maybe even 2-3 weeks ago. So I'm not seeing as many buy downs as I thought a couple months ago.
Okay. Very good. I guess any advice for buyers or sellers based on your world and what you're seeing and the different transactions that you're going through?
I think that we're going to start seeing a shift. It's becoming a seller's market versus a buyer's market. And I think that if you're a first-time home buyer, I would jump on the bandwagon now and then refinance when the rates dip. Because as soon as the market gets a full understanding of the lower rates, a lot more people who've been on the sidelines are going to come into the market, and it's going to drive the home prices up. That's what my prediction is.
Yeah, very good. Well, that's Fifth Ghobadian with Origin Point. Thank you very much, Fifth. And I look forward to seeing you out there.
Pleasure.
All right.
Sounds great. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye. All right, Alex, another episode of Real Estate Marin. Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in this fall market. Again, anticipation is positive, but
I've been hearing about this for months.
It's been 18, 24 months.
Yeah.
So who knows? But anyways, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next month.